Today we're going to talk about the proper care, nutrition, and needs of a guinea pig. Now the first thing you need to consider before getting a guinea pig is cost. There's cost for food, bedding, fruits, and vegetables. Also, you need to consider a vet. You need to find a small animal vet or a vet that takes care of exotics. You also need to consider space. Do you have enough space for a cage? Guinea pigs need large cage, larger than hamsters or gerbils. And you have to think of lifespan. Guinea pigs are a commitment. They live anywhere from 5 to 7 years. Are you ready to keep a guinea pig for that long and to care for them that long? And the last thing you need to consider is vacation. Do you have somebody to take care of them while you are on vacation? Guinea pigs can go 2 days without anybody coming to see them, as long as you have extra food and water in their cage. We have people come about every other day to watch and care for them when we are on vacation. Now, why get a guinea pig? Well, their size, for one. As you can see, they are perfect size for little hands. They're not too small. They don't get lost in vents. They don't run away. They're content to just sit in your lap and to be pets. They are great for children. Also, demeanor. As you can see, they are very sweet. They like to give kisses. They like to sniff around. They like to squeak when you're holding them. They have good demeanors. They very rarely bite. And the number one thing for us is they sleep at nighttime. They sleep when we do. Hamsters, gerbils, they are nocturnal. They are up all night long and they sleep during the day while you're at work. Now, how to take care of a guinea pig, or where to get a guinea pig. Most people think you can get guinea pigs at pet stores, and pet stores do sell guinea pigs. But I would not recommend getting a guinea pig at a pet store. A lot of times they're sick, and they will hide their illness because they are a prey animal. A lot of times you don't know they're sick till you get them home, and they're in a stressful situation because of the new environment, and they get sick. They are surrounded by other animals in pet stores, and they are susceptible to picking up bacteria or infections from the other animals that are in the pet store. I would recommend getting them from a guinea pig rescue. We got these two lovely girls from Critter Corral in Stager, Illinois. But you can go online and see if online you have any animal or guinea pig rescues near you and near your area. I would consider getting a short-haired guinea pig for a beginner, for your first guinea pig, especially if you have small children. They're the easiest to take care of. They're not as slippery as like a silky guinea pig, who can be very slippery. And if you want to think about, should I get a male or a female? Well, the difference between them, these are females. Females are generally more laid back. They'll sit in your lap. They kind of lay back in their cage, and we call these two our little lazy fatties. The males are a little bit more hyper. Our male likes to jump around and jump on top of his house and then back down and back up on his house. They tend to run around more, they have more energy, and they jump more. So they're fun too. We like having both. Females are laid back and the males are just fun to watch. I do not recommend getting a male fixed. Males and females do live very well together. You don't want the breeding, and getting a male fixed is very hard on them. They're sensitive to anesthesia. They usually do not bounce back from surgery because they get stressed. So I don't recommend getting your male guinea pig fixed. And then you got to consider, should I get 1, 2, or even 3 guinea pigs? I recommend getting more than 1 guinea pig. In the wild, they live in family groups. They're happy that way. They're content. They actually live longer, and they're healthier if they live with more than 1 guinea pig. If you absolutely can only have 1 guinea pig, I recommend keeping them in an area where you are the most. If you're in your living room the most, keep your guinea pig there by you. They like the companionship. They need another person or animal around them to keep them company. And you need to hold them more often if you have just one guinea pig to keep them healthy and happy. Now, what do guinea pigs need? Their basic needs are a cage. Guinea pigs need at least 4 square feet per guinea pig. We have 2 guinea pigs in one cage, so this cage is approximately 8 or 9 square feet. They need that room to stay healthy and to stay happy. In the wild, they have a lot of space they like to run around. This cage we got at Amazon.com. We thought it was a very good cage, and it's a good price. So if you would like to look on Amazon, you can get this cage here in particular, or you can make your own. You can use the storage cubbies that have the holes in them, as long as the holes are not any bigger than 1.5 inches. You don't want your piggies getting their heads stuck in there. Also, you need a cage that does not have a wire bottom. Wire bottoms are dangerous for your piggy. Their feet get stuck. They get bumblefoot, which is a serious foot disease in guinea pigs. They usually don't recover from it very well. They need something flat to walk on. Also, don't close in your guinea pig cage. Don't use the big plastic storage bins. They have sensitive respiratory systems, and they can get some serious infections from the pneumonia from their urine inside the cage if it's enclosed. And also, don't have a top on your cage. You interact with your piggies more. They get touched more, pet more when there's no top on top of their cage. They're not big jumpers, so they're not going to jump out as long as you have at least a foot tall side. You need at least a foot for the males because they do tend to jump more. Bedding. Bedding's an important thing. They have sensitive respiratory systems. They cannot have bedding with any kind of cedar or scent. We use this eco bedding. It's made from recycled paper. This is the best bedding to use. It doesn't have dust. It doesn't have scent. They cannot have any pine. Aspen is okay, but I don't recommend it. And I don't recommend it because it still has a scent. We tried it. Our piggies did not like the smell. Recycled paper is the best. Clean them at least twice a week. They are sensitive. Being dirty is not healthy for them, so they need a clean cage at least twice a week. Another important thing to consider is their food. They need fresh food and water every day. This is the food that we use. It's Timothy Complete. You can get this at any pet store. It's about $10 a bag. They need a constant supply of Timothy hay in their cage at all times. Timothy hay is essential for their digestive system. Do not use alfalfa. Alfalfa is used only for guinea pigs who are 6 months, years, or younger. It's also used for sows who are pregnant or nursing. Alfalfa has too much calcium in it. Here's our Timothy hay. Calcium can lead to kidney stones and bladder problems if the guinea pig has too much. So put a constant supply of Timothy hay in their cage. They eat all day long. They're foragers like in the wild. They don't just eat a large meal and then they're done. They need to eat all day long. The Timothy hay is good fiber. It also files down their teeth. Their teeth grow continuously. It files down their molars. So always make sure there's Timothy hay in the cage. And they enjoy it a lot. Also, when you find the guinea pig food, please make sure the first ingredient is Timothy hay. Do not get a guinea pig food that the first ingredient is alfalfa. That is not healthy for them, as I said before. Make sure that it has vitamin C in it. Guinea pigs need vitamin C. And make sure there's no seeds. You may be tempted to buy a guinea pig food that has seeds in it. Seeds are like a treat for them, and that's basically what it is. They will only eat it. It's like feeding your children cookies for dinner. They will pick out the cookies and leave the vegetables. Plus they can choke on the seeds. So don't be tempted to buy them a guinea pig food that has seeds in it. And also they need daily vegetables. Vegetables are important because of the vitamin C. You can feed them every day romaine lettuce, cilantro. You could feed them things like parsley, Swiss chard. Peppers are a wonderful thing to feed them. Peppers are high in vitamin C as long as they're washed really well or organic. They can have carrots. Guinea pigs love carrots. As long as they are not overweight, they can have a small piece of carrot every day. And they really like them. If you have an overweight guinea pig, don't feed them carrots. The sugar content is too high and it adds to the weight problem. Now about their food, when you buy a bag of food, make sure you use it within a month. The vitamin C in there will go bad. It will stay longer if it's in the dark and if it's closed. So make sure you close the bag up good and keep it in the dark. The vitamin C will stay better. If you want to feed your guinea pig kale, spinach, or dandelions, you can do that, but limit it to twice a week. Those vegetables are high in calcium, which again can cause bladder problems and bladder or kidney stones. Fruit is okay as long as your guinea pig is a good weight. They can have fruit 2 times a week, and they can have just about any kind of fruit. Just limit it and switch off. A thing that they should not have is bananas or raisins. They shouldn't have potatoes, sweet potatoes, and tomato leaves are poisonous. They're toxic for them. As long as you feed them this diet, they will not have a vitamin C deficiency. But if you can't, I recommend buying a vitamin C supplement. And this is a good vitamin C supplement to get them. Daily C. You can get this in your pet store. It's a chewable. Most animals like it. Our guinea pigs don't. So if I'm going to be on vacation and they don't get their normal vitamin C on a daily basis, I crush it up and I sprinkle it on their food so I know they're getting vitamin C. And I've had people ask me too, can we feed them iceberg lettuce? Don't feed them iceberg lettuce. There is no nutritional value to it. It's mainly water. It gives them diarrhea, so please don't. Stick with the romaine lettuce or the Swiss chard. Guinea pigs cannot supplement their own vitamin C, so they need to get it from us and from their outside, from what they're eating. They can get bumblefoot, which is a horrible foot disease, as I mentioned that before. They can get scurvy, which is lethal for them. They can also have bleeding in the gut and digestive problems without enough vitamin C. So make sure they have that on a daily basis. Another important thing to consider for guinea pigs and for their health is that they need wood to chew on constantly. We have wood houses in our guinea pig cages, and they chew on these. Their teeth are constantly growing, so they always need wood to chew on. In the wild, they chew on sticks to keep their teeth filed down properly. You can also buy things for them to chew on in the store, little wood blocks, but the wood houses are sufficient enough. And they need their nails trimmed once a month. Also in the wild, their nails stay trimmed from running around on hard surfaces. We just don't have that here inside, so please trim their nails so they don't get too long. As far as animal health, guinea pigs are generally very healthy animals, but they can have a few issues. This is why you need to find a small animal vet to take care of them. They can get respiratory problems. They can have sneezing or coughing, and these are things you need to watch for. Discharge in the eyes or nose are signs of respiratory problems. Most regular dog and cat vets do not have an exotic animal specialist there, so make sure that the vet that you go to does. Most of them do not know that guinea pigs are sensitive to antibiotics. There's only very few antibiotics that are safe for a guinea pig. Small animal vets will know this. And always give your guinea pig a probiotic when they're on an antibiotic. This is important for the digestive system to stay in balance. If your vet does not give you a probiotic, please ask them. They say, oh, give them some yogurt. That is not a good thing to do. I've had 3 different exotic vets, and only one of them said use yogurt. They cannot handle yogurt. Their system is not designed to eat the proteins, the food, the dairy. They're just not made to handle that kind of food, so don't give them yogurt. If you need to give them a probiotic, a good thing to do, if you have more than 1 guinea pig, take a healthy guinea pig's fresh stool, grind it up, add a little water, and give your sick piggy that in the mouth with a syringe once a day. That'll put back the healthy bacteria in their gut that they need. Respiratory problems can come from all kinds of things. It can come from dirty cages. It can come from having your cage on the floor. Guinea pigs are sensitive to drafts. Don't keep your cage on the floor. Don't keep it in front of vents. Don't put it in front of open doors or open windows. Also, don't have any air fresheners in your home. Things such as Airwick and Febreze, Glade. You need to take all of that out of your home. And aerosol sprays. They're just too bad for the guinea pigs, and they're very sensitive to those things. Don't keep your guinea pigs by rabbits. If you have a rabbit, you need to keep them away from the rabbit. Rabbits have a natural gut bacteria that is not harmful to them, but is very harmful and actually lethal for the guinea pigs. It's called Pasteurella. Guinea pigs can get this very easily from your rabbit, and you won't even know that your rabbit has it. Even if your rabbit's been tested for it and it comes out negative, they get false negatives on Pasteurella all the time. So just to be safe, keep the rabbits and the guinea pigs apart. Now also, their digestive problems is another potential problem. If you see your guinea pig is not eating or it's lethargic, you need to take it to a vet immediately. If a guinea pig goes for 12 hours without eating, it's lethal for the guinea pig. Their digestive system gets all out of balance and they can't survive. Same goes for diarrhea or constipation. If you see your guinea pig is having either one of these, take them to your vet immediately. The sooner you get them to the vet, the better they can recover. And also if they're itchy, they have itchy skin, they don't want to be held, and you pick them up and they start nipping, it's usually a sign of skin mites. They can get this from other animals, and the vets do have things you can do to help them get rid of this. Now guinea pigs have a wide range of vocalizations. They have low rumbling or dancing, which the males will do for the females when they're in love. It's the love dance. They'll also do a quick rumble, and they'll do this when they're scared. Do a little brrr. And we have a male guinea pig over here that does this when he's fearful. He does this when he hears loud noises or music, or he doesn't like the TV, and he will do a really quick brrr sound, which means I'm scared. This is Donut. They also make high-pitched squeaks, which is usually just for us. That is, feed me, I know you've got food, and they'll be up on the cage bars looking for you to feed them. They have very specific routines, and they know your routines, so they are ready there waiting at a certain time when you usually feed them, and they'll be doing this high-pitched squeak looking for food. They'll also do chattering of the teeth. They do this to each other to show their aggression or their dominance. They'll do it to you to show also aggression. If a guinea pig's chattering his teeth at you, I don't recommend picking them up. They can bite, This is usually a sign saying they're warning that I may bite. So if they're chattering in the teeth, it's best to leave them alone for a while. And also they do a rut-rut sound. They go rut-rut-rut, and this is usually if you have them out on the floor, and it's their exploring sound. They explore while making this sound. And that's actually a good sound. And there's another sound that some guinea pigs make that a lot of people never get to hear. Nobody knows why they make this sound. And most of the time it's just the females. We have one female right here, Oreo, who has made this sound twice. She usually makes a high-pitched chirping sound, sounds like a bird, very high-pitched, very fast chirping. They go into a trance. If your female guinea pig should do this, she's getting dominant, if your female guinea pig should do this, do not be alarmed. This is something that they do. We don't know what it means, but some female guinea pigs will do this. Now, as far as breeding your guinea pig, I don't recommend breeding guinea pigs. We have so many now that are unwanted. They're in the shelters. We don't need to add to the population of guinea pigs. We have so many of them now looking for homes as it is. But if you absolutely need to breed your guinea pigs, please make sure they're under a year old and over 3 months of age. That is the best time to have them bred. Otherwise, it gets very dangerous for the females. Their pelvis shrinks and they can have all kinds of complications. Females usually go into heat about every 3 weeks. And there's about an 8-hour window when they can become pregnant. If they do, it takes about 60 days of gestation period. They usually have anywhere from 2 to 4 babies. They can have more, but that's usually what they have. And also a female will go into heat immediately after she gives birth, so you want to make sure that the male isn't anywhere near her. Even though that they all get along as a family, they will go into heat immediately again after they give birth. Keep males and females in separate cages. You know, they do live quite happily together and they get along. We have ours right next to each other so they can still touch and see each other, and this is sufficient for them. We also have time outside where we keep them under a watchful eye where they can all play together freely. And they will do this just fine as long as you keep an eye on them, and it's good for them to get together and to be close and to eat together. Now, the proper way to pick up a guinea pig. Teach your children how to pick up guinea pigs. You can start out by grabbing them in the middle and keeping one hand up front and the other on their rear to keep them safe and secure. And then lift them up and put them up against your chest. They feel safest this way, and it's less likely that they're going to be dropped. If you have a small child, make sure you take the guinea pig out, have them sit down on the floor, put the guinea pig in their lap. I would recommend holding them for about 5 minutes, no more than that. They have a lot of fiber in their diet, so they do use the bathroom quite a bit. So if you don't want any surprises, put a towel on your lap, an old towel, and that'll keep any accidents from happening. You can also let them run around with supervision. The males a lot of times will do popcorning, which is them running around and jumping up to the air. They're kind of like kicking their heels, and that's freedom for them. They like that too. It's important that they get exercise, which is also why it's good to have the larger cages. Guinea pigs are wonderful pets, and I would recommend that you get one. If you follow all of these instructions, your guinea pig will live a wonderful, happy, and healthy life. Thank you.